So today, we're playing a ranger, and we are holding the smelly wall with our poison ivy. Our plan is to stack up a bunch of block, spikes, and poison. Thanks to these two items, every bit of block and spikes we gain also ramps up our poison damage. But hey, check it out, and let me know what you think of it. Okay, let's go and jump some rank games with our random character and see what we're going to get today. So it looks like we're playing the ranger. We do start off with a Divine Basket and the Amulet of Life, so that is genuinely crazy for sure. So we want to take any of these items. King Gubert is going to be extremely awesome with Divine Basket. Anything to do with healing, we want to grab for sure. So first of all, we're going to take this frying pan. Since it is on sale, let's go ahead and grab a garlic. And we could craft up a shovel. But with Divine Basket, we do have a lot of items on sale, so I'm going to ignore it for now. I'm going to keep rolling. We just want to grab everything that we can grab on sale. And just keep rolling for now. And smashing. This is really fantastic. I'm going to sell our stone to actually grab this. Amulet of Energy. Amazing, to be quite honest. But I'm going to have to reserve this leather bag, and I'm going to take out our Amulet of Energy, and I'm going to rock on with this sort of situation. We've got 2 nature items. We've got a lot more max life. And we've got some damage mitigation, and I'm hoping that we can craft up a freaking spike shields. But we definitely could have had a better round 1. Taking that Amulet of Energy is not really fantastic for us right now, but will be much better later on. However, can we deal with this Pyromancer? It's looking way too close. And holy moly, for a second there I thought that spear. Just pausing the video here very quickly just to ask you to subscribe. It really helps me out. Thanks. Now let's get back to the video. What's going to take us out, but we managed to pull ahead. So not too bad overall. So we got no heal items in our Vine Basket. So we kind of want to grab our banana, but a stone badge on inner shop for 5 golds is worth grabbing. So we'll be taking it. It's not a nature item, but it'll have to do for now. We're going to reserve this big old banana, but for now we're going to move on. And we did lose a nature item getting this spike shields, because we did lose out on a wall or something. But it's going to be a lot more defenses first. It's going to be some more DPS, because we're going to be able to stack up that spikes. Meaning our opponent is going to be taking some damage once they hit us. So all in all, it shouldn't be too bad. But between our garlic and our stone badge, we should have a decent bit of block. However, this opponent is going to be a big problem for us, because they're stacking up a lot of poison. So unfortunately, our DPS is just way too low, and it's going to begin a Reaper. We're just not going to be able to survive again. So we're going to take our big old banana. We're going to want to grab these stones. I'm going to roll for now, looking for a bit of storage. Amazing, and I do want to grab some healing herbs also. We're going to move our spiked shield out, because stone is going to be a nature item. We're going to add you in to try and inflict some poison as well. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and move on. So it's looking like we're becoming a big block stacking type build. We grab a bunch of stones with our stone badge. We can go for a big old block type build. So the skill we're kind of looking for is going to be that smelly wall. But can we survive going to be getting this Reaper? They do have a bag of stones with a shovel. They're going to be shredding our armor with those stones. They're going to be inflicting a lot of blind on us. And we are getting some chip damage with the poison. So maybe that might give us the edge. And smashing. Not too bad overall. Now here's the thing. We got a couple of options. A good couple. Smelly Wall is probably going to be our best player. Since we got a stone badge, we can stack up a lot of block. Inflict a lot of poison. And go with the poison ivy. We can go for smithing for dummies. This is always a super fantastic skill in my opinion. I think this is just generically fantastic. Or we could go for something crazy, take a big risk and go mana mastery. Go for big mana buff bomb with Amulet of Energy. But hey, let's grab that smelly wall. Let's grab our healing herbs, let's roll for now. Grab any stones we do see, grab this bit of storage. But yeah, I'm going to move on with this setup. We should be in a much better spot. We have a lot of nature items. We only have healing herbs and banana for a bit of a heal. We only got 1 garlic with a smelly wall. But still shouldn't be too bad. So we're looking to craft up a big block stacking poison type build. But we'll see. Our opponent does have investment opportunity. They have a crazy amount of nature items with a lot of healing. But can we actually outpace this ranger? We do have more max life. We are stacking up a lot of block. We are inflicting a bit of poison between our gemstone and potentially our smelly wall. So that poison is going to chip down our opponent as well. So overall, shouldn't be too bad. Amazing, actually. Okay, we got ourselves a flame, which is quite interesting. But for now, I'm going to roll. Going to grab this bit of storage. Going to grab ourselves a set of blueberries. I'm going to keep rolling, looking for stones, looking for garlics. I'm going to sell our frying pan. I'm going to sell you. I'm going to sell a stone as well, which is a little less than ideal, but I do want to grab ourselves a turnip. I'm going to reserve this stamina sack as we just continue on for now. So we could actually end up going for a flame up if we get another flame from our stone badge, which would be quite interesting, for sure. We'll see if we can take on uniquely unique targeting a banana because we're going to have a good bit of weapons. We managed to break through their armor, but this axe is going to be quite scary because it is going to be scaling up. But so are we with our spikes. Hold on, it shouldn't be too bad. And awesome, for sure. We got ourselves a chip topaz. We're going to be grabbing this bit of storage. Let's grab this unstable recombobulator. Hold on to it for now. Let's roll. I definitely want to grab ourselves a stone skin potion. But I also kind of want this undead phenomena. And we could hold on to this unstable recombobulator, but I kind of just want to let it go with a chipped topaz for now. That should be 7 gold, trying to get another amulet. I'm also going to want the storage, but let's go to move on. So unfortunately, we only managed to get 1 garlic, which is not super ideal. But hey, we'll see can we deal with this ranger. They do have goobers, which is going to be a lot of healing. They do have the power of the moon as well. So they're going to get a big old burst heal with their fatigue, but we are scaling builds. It does take us quite some time to get our spikes. But with our opponent with a dagger and a hero sword, they're going to have a lot of little weapons dealing not so much damage. So they should be able to take a lot of damage from our spikes. While turnip is quite slow, we won't take as much damage from the spikes. So overall, not too bad. Okay, what do we get? Okay, we got ourselves goobers and a pocket sand. So not exactly what I was looking for. We're going to grab this, hoping that we grab Amethyst Steel. Amethyst Wilds is actually pretty decent though, not going to lie. We're going to grab the storage. We're going to sell good old Goober for now as we craft up our strong stone skin potion. And we could take the mana orb, but I'm going to ignore it for now. I'm also going to want to grab this armor too. We could also upgrade to the Shield of Valor, but I'm going to ignore it for now too. Just want to grab this leather armor. However, we'll see. Our opponent is going to be crafting up what looks like a Thorn Bloom. But we'll see. So far, actually no, they're crafting up a chain up. I was wondering where the line was going. But anyways, so far it's not looking too bad going up against this Berserker. We have stacked up a lot of block. We're stacking up a lot of spikes. And smashing. Pretty darn awesome. Now we do have a choice to make. And we're probably going to go Poison Ivy for now. Poison Ivy because we're going to be stacking up a lot of spikes anyway. And overall should be super fantastic. Let's grab our leather armor. Let's grab this bit of storage. Let's roll for now. And I want to grab Bloody Amulet along with Pineapple too. But hey, let's move on once again. Our opponent is going to be inflicting a lot of frost with the snow stick, with frostbite, and the frozen flame. They're going to be stacking up a lot of crit chance. But so far, not looking too bad whatsoever. Actually, smashing. Our opponent didn't have any way to reflect cold, so their snow stick was actually making them trigger a lot slower too. So the poison, chipping out our opponent, so overall not too bad. So for this runs, I'm going to be crafting up our vampiric goobers. I'm also going to go ahead and grab ourselves a fanny pack, which does mean we can't grab ourselves a pineapple just yet. We're going to add in our chipped gemstone to reduce a lot of healing. And again, we're just going to move on once again. Our opponent will have piercing arrow with uniquely unique, which is going to be a lot of damage for opponents. But they're going to have a hard time critting it. It's going to take them quite a while to get that crit, so we can still end up outpacing them. So not too bad overall. And we do have a choice to make. We can take hardwood, but since we're going Poison Ivy, we're not going to be scaling up our wooden swords, our brooms, all too much. Will give us a lot of block though, has been buffed recently. Or we could try and take Thornburst for now, which does give us a ton of spikes. And it takes a lot less time to actually trigger right now. Big buff. Let's go ahead and take it for now. So the thing is, we literally could go BLOODTHORNE if we want to. Which I'm thinking we're probably going to do. So this means we might have to take out our spike shield for this round. Let's grab our pineapple, let's roll. Unless we get some storage. Now we could also go Thorn Blue. But I think I'd much prefer grabbing ourselves BLOODTHORNE, to be quite honest. But anyway, I'm going to move on like this for now. We should be much better. We do have our spike shields in. And we should be in a pretty decent spot. And our opponent is rocking flame with the Thornburst. They're going to be stacking up a lot of spikes. They're going to be getting a lot of heat with friendly fire, which is going to be problematic, but we have stacked up a crazy amount of poison. So all in all, it shouldn't be too bad. Smash it even. Overall, pretty darn awesome. But hey, we've got our BLOODTHORNE now. I actually want to grab ourselves this box of riches. I'm going to grab ourselves a potion bolts to fit our strong stone skin potion in. I'm going to roll. I'm going to grab ourselves more stones. Let's keep rolling for now. Let's roll one more time. I'm also going to reserve this corrupted crystal as well. But I'm going to rock on. We pretty much got full usage of our poison ivy, resisting a lot of debuffs. So all in all, it shouldn't be too bad. We should be able to stack up quite a bit of spikes at the very beginning, inflicting a lot of poison. The problem is, with BLOODTHORNE, we're going to have a tougher time scaling up our spikes without some regen. But still, overall not too bad. We managed to survive 5 lives, which is pretty darn awesome. Now we only have a 43 DPS, which is not super great. As for heals, very little to be quite honest. And as for block, yeah, definitely could be improved. But hey, let's go ahead and see if we can make this crazier. For sure. Now the reason why I took the box of riches is to grab these green gemstones, because that is going to be a lot of regen for us. It's going to be one way we can get a regen for BLOODTHORNE. Let's grab you, let's grab the storage, let's also grab our corrupted crystal. Let's roll for now. And speaking of regen, smashing. But I'm going to move on once again. So all in all, we should be in a super awesome spot, to be quite honest. Our Thornburst is going to trigger. It's going to inflict some poison. It's going to stack up our spikes pretty awesomely, inflicting some stuns. And our BLOODTHORNE should be able to deal quite a bit of damage. And overall, awesome for sure. But hey, we're going to grab this bit of amulets. Amulet of Steel, which is pretty much the perfect amulet we could have asked for. I was going to grab this bit of storage. And we are going to have to fit our Amulet of Steel in here for now. But I am going to roll more green gemstones. We don't exactly need the heart container. We could also grab ourselves a Peasant's Flask, which is going to inflict that poison at the very beginning. But I much prefer grabbing ourselves another strong stone skin potion. But should we take it? I'm going to ignore it for now. However, I will grab another undead amulet for sure. But we'll see how this goes. So far, we've inflicted 15 poison. We've reached our threshold. We should be able to deal 25% more damage. Our opponent is going to have a lot of skilling damage and a lot of healing. But can we outsurvive him? Amazing. Pretty darn smashing. But let's go ahead and grab you. Amulet of Feasting. Pretty decent. Now the thing is, we do have our stone badge, so we can't actually find any crit chance. Or bone arrows. So something we may actually want to get rid of. But I do want to keep our options open to look. I do kind of like the fact that it is making it a little bit easier to find specific items. So let's take the blueberries. It does give us another garlic for Smelly Wall, which I'm going to take, and cheese for max life stacking. But I'm going to sell our blue gemstone to roll. Going to sell another blue gemstone to roll again, and there we go. Smashing and smashing. But let's go ahead and move on. So with Amulet of Steel, we should be able to generate up a lot of power, increasing the weapon damage on our BLOODTHORNE as well. So it shouldn't be too bad. We've stacked up a lot of poison. Our opponent is running Dark Ritual. They're going to be inflicting a lot of debuffs themselves. But we should still have no problem smashing down this Reaper. And amazing. So a shield on sale for 6. I will actually have to grab. Let's grab our Stone Skin Potion too. But I'll be back in a second while I sort our inventory out. But I'm going to sell one of our green gemstones for a set of healing herbs. Let's add you in too. And But hey, we did change the whole setup around. So we have our Amulet of Steel in this position, targeting all our block items. With our Shield of Valor in this position, with Vampiric Armor, with our Stone Skin Potions. All around our Shield of Valor getting a ton more block. And yeah, we are going to be moving on. Now our BLOODTHORNE is going to be slotted down here. We still have pretty much all nature items in our Vine basket. And we have our Defeating in this position. We still have our Thornburst. Let's go to move on. So we should be able to stack up quite a bit of poison. However, our opponent is going to be the Card Gubbert, which is going to be cleansing a lot of that poison. But we do start off with our poison thresholds, so we should be able to deal quite a bit of damage. We also have a crazy amount of block. And yeah, we should have no problem smashing down this Reaper. Amazing, even though they stacked up so much max life. So not too bad. And we got our Stone Skin Potion. Let's go ahead and grab you. Could craft up a Darksaber, but I kind of like our BLOODTHORNE for now. So we're going to keep rolling. However, I will be grabbing this to be producing even more healing from our opponents. Let's keep moving again. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a stamina sack. Let's keep moving. And I really want to grab this Undead for that. So we're going to Stellar Flame and this Gemstone to grab it. Another Amulet Life, not too bad. However, we'll sell one more stone to grab this also. But yeah, we're going to move on once again. Now we should have increased healing efficiency with 2 Amps of life. We should have a lot more max life. Our opponent does start off with vulnerability, but shouldn't be too bad for us. We stacked up a lot of poison, dealing a lot of damage, and smashing. Big old damage coming from our BLOODTHORNE. But I'm going to take this out. I'm going to roll for now. That's another garlic. It's also another pineapple. I'm going to be grabbing. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Okay, bloody Amulet on sale for 4 I'm going to have to grab. And let's roll one more time. But I'm going to sell our box of riches. I'm going to sell this to grab our final bit of storage. But let's go to move on for now. And we'll see. We are going to begin a Mrs. Struggles, who's going to be removing a lot of her buffs. But still shouldn't be too bad for us overall. We should be able to inflict a turbo amount of poison. And after that, that poison should be able to take down our opponents. And yeah, definitely smashing for sure. Just surviving for long enough for that poison to deal a crazy amount of damage. And we could also have this inner armor and get a bunch of armor this way, which might not be the worst idea. I'm going to grab ourselves another Corrupted Crystal. I'm going to roll again. Let's go and grab this, hoping for Amulet of Steel. We did get the Amulet of Darkness though, which is kind of awesome. Let's roll one more time. And I would like to grab ourselves a Cap Resilience. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sell 2 stones, this. And we could sell you. And we could actually just grab ourselves another set of healing herbs. What we could do is actually sell our Starve Courage. I'm tempted to grab the Cap Resilience, so we have a 15% chance to resist crits and stuns. We also take a lot less damage at the very beginning, allowing us to stack up our poison. So I'm going to be taking a Cap Resilience for now. But yeah, this is going to be a fun setup. From a Poison Ivy to Amulet of Steel to Smelly Wall to be inflicting a lot of poison with our armor stacked up too. And with Thornburst as well to be inflicting a lot more spikes since it got buffed, making it a lot better overall. But hey, let's go and see if we can make this win out. Now we did opt to have a Corrupted Crystals in our armor so we can stack up a little bit more block for ourselves. And I'm going to slow this one down. Our opponent does have that invulnerability. They are rocking Brass Knuckles with a Falcon Blade, BLOODTHORNE Bloody Dagger. But we have a crazy amount of block. And the more poison we do inflict, the more we get block. And yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. We're dealing a lot of damage. BLOODTHORNE stacking up a good bit of damage too. We've got a lot of Empower too. And yeah, our opponent really hasn't put a dent in our block whatsoever. However, they're starting to break through armor right now. But it's just a little bit too late. And overall, amazing for us. Not too bad. We managed to make it to the end with 5 lives. Pretty darn good run overall. But hey, this build was super solid. Now we do end up with a 67 DPS, almost quite nice. Vast majority of it come from our spikes actually. Then BLOODTHORNE, then our poison. So not too bad overall. As for heals, we had a 20 heal per second. We actually had 60 max life gains. So between the two, 322 effective HP. And then on top of it, we managed to get 640 block as well. But hey, adding in the Corrupted Crystals actually gave us another 80 armor. But anyways, we did survive with 5 lives left. Let's go and see just how much rank points we managed to get with 5 lives. Plus 16 to rank us up quite a bit. Not too bad. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. Just want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. And I hope to go for the next one. See you next time.